Hey guys, John from the John Muir Show here. So good to be back doing these after show videos, and of course been back on the show today after a nice long weekend away. Gave me plenty of time to think of everything going on in the world, and continuing to be disappointed that, yep, the zookeeper's still not doing a good enough job because the rhinos continue to get out left and right. This time it was Arizona Senator Jeff Flake again. You see, as you know, President Trump is incredibly popular among Republican voters. You can either look at the polls if you believe in those sorts of things, or you can just go around and ask conservatives and say, hey, like, how do you feel about President Trump? And you know what? Even the ones that normally don't talk much about their political beliefs, they tend to, from what I've found, come out and say, you know, hey, I'm incredibly glad I voted for Trump. In fact, I can't think of a single person that voted Trump back in November of 2016 that says, you know what, I really screwed that one up. I shouldn't have voted for Trump. People are happy. You know why? Because they finally have somebody who is largely keeping his promises that he made on the campaign trail, and he is fearlessly fighting for the things that Republican politicians for so long have said that they care about, that they advocate for, that, oh, if you send me to Washington, D.C., I'll do it for you. And then so many of them just back down at the first sign of conflict with some loser like Chuck Schumer. Trump actually fights for what Republican voters want. That's why he's so popular. But not everybody seems to get that. You see, there's a lot of rhinos out there, people who just have their underwear all in a bunch because Trump might have said one mean thing about him, that say, you know what, I'm going to completely disregard what the majority of Republicans want, the conservatives who sent me to Washington, D.C., many of whom rode Trump's coattails to get there, instead say, you know what, I'm going to prioritize disagreeing with Trump no matter how much I have to anger the people that had supported me. Jeff Flake is one of those people, and he discussed it yesterday, in fact, on television regarding the topic of illegal immigration. See, Flake says that Trump needs to stop attacking the Democrats when it comes to the immigration topic. Now, of course, he makes no mention whatsoever that Democrats have ruthlessly been attacking Trump for weeks now on this topic, as well as many others. I mean, Trump actually has the audacity to go looking out for the interests of American citizens and not trying to put the economic burden and the physical concerns that come with just having open borders on the people he is elected to represent. But the Democrats instead say, no, you know what? Screw it, we don't care about our citizens' safety, Republican or Democrat. We would rather just have open borders, let everybody come into this country because, you know what, we're going to promise them the world, we're going to smuggle them to the polls, and they're going to vote for us and give us power. It's incredibly self-serving, but Jeff Flake, the so-called Republican, has the audacity to actually back the Democrats over Donald Trump. Flake noted that he was part of a bipartisan effort in 2013 that worked on immigration and border security. And you know what? He's right. Jeff Flake actually did used to care about borders, but now he cares more about opposing President Trump and disregarding his voters. And you know what? Now he wants open borders in this country, the little flip-flopper. He was quoted as saying in this interview, every Democrat voted for that bill, referring to the 2013 one, so they are on record supporting significant border control. And so when the president calls them clowns and losers, how does he expect that the Democrats will sit down and work with Republicans on the issue? Because Democrats like Jeff Flake don't care about that stuff anymore. Democrats right now care about getting back in power. They think the way to get back in power is defying the American people. Same thing I'm telling you all along, open borders gets them in power. That's what they're going for. It makes no sense what Jeff Flake is doing right here. You see, somehow he thinks that this, because he hasn't ruled out a presidential run in 2020, this is going to help him and he'll be able to take down evil Trump in either a Republican primary or a general election running as an independent. How the hell does Jeff Flake think this is possible? He watched Donald Trump, who at the time you didn't know what he would do in political office, back in 2016 emerge from a crowded primary field, 16 other Republicans or so-called Republicans vying for that position. Now that Trump's been in office, that he's been successful, that he has delivered for the American people, how on earth does Jeff Flake still think that he somehow could challenge Trump? I hope he runs, because he is going to get crushed. That's all the time that we have for today, but tune into the John Muir Show each and every weekday, WTAQ, WHBL, and WSAU. Until next time, I'm out.